there were concepts around build systems. Now, a lot of people, when they start learning things with respect to Spring Boot or any other framework, they just assume that, okay, build system is something that does a couple of things. We also explored aspect-oriented programming. Now, a lot of time when people actually learn Spring Boot, they just say that, okay, this is an annotation that does a couple of things for you. But how can you make your own annotations? What are the things that we are going to learn? What are the different projects that we are going to learn? What should be the expectation of you? Everything now I'm going to talk about. On top of this, we are going to see some important concepts. For example, we are going to see how you can have SQL DB migrations implemented in Spring Boot altogether. But to understand the concepts around, let's say, the SAGA pattern or two-phase commit, I wanted to keep a more transactional conceptual, I would say a project which is having heavy transactions on database, how you can implement the SAGA pattern both with choreography and orchestration, how you can go forward with things like two-phase commits and whatnot. Overall, you can see there are a lot of advanced concepts. We will also see communication using REST APIs, and we are also going to see gRPC in order to ensure that our microservices are able to communicate. So last year, in the first quarter of the year, we actually launched our first iteration of the Spring Boot backend development cohort. Now, that effort was to ensure and see that, okay, what's the demand of Spring Boot altogether, how many students are actually interested in Spring Boot, and are we able to properly communicate our thoughts and I would say teach the deep internals of Spring Boot or not. And to be very honest, we got a very good feedback altogether from our last cohort. And this year as well, again, we are back with a brand new Spring Boot cohort altogether. In this particular video, I'm going to talk about what are some of the new things that we have added, what are some of the learnings from our previous cohort, what are the things that we took as a feedback from the previous cohort and maybe improved or added in this new cohort, what is going to be the major syllabus, what's going to be the pricing, start date, everything we are going to talk about. So if you are somebody who is actually willing to learn Spring Boot to make sure that you are excelling in your backend development journey, because we definitely know one thing, Spring Boot is one of those technologies that empowers a lot of companies' backend projects. Java being the primary programming language in a lot of companies, it makes a very fair choice to actually use Spring Boot. So if you're learning Spring Boot, you are definitely being close to what actually industry uses, and you are actually being close to what you will actually do in your job. So we're going to talk about everything end to end. This is going to be kind of like our big grand launch on the Spring Boot cohort. A lot of you guys were asking about this in the comment section below. So do watch the video till the very end. So without any further ado, let's just start. So last year we started a Spring Boot cohort, and to be very honest, the overall response and the experience was pretty great. For me, being the teacher as well in the cohort, I really loved the fact that we were able to go into very deep dives into some really interesting concepts. For example, there were concepts around build systems. Now, a lot of people, when they start learning things with respect to Spring Boot or any other framework, they just assume that, okay, build system is something that does a couple of things. What we did was we tried to delve into kind of like deeper aspects of build systems. We saw Gradle, we saw Bazel, right? These kind of advanced build systems was something that we actually explored. We also explored aspect-oriented programming. Now, a lot of time when people actually learn Spring Boot, they just say that, okay, this is an annotation that does a couple of things for you. But how can you make your own annotations? That was something that was pretty nice and interesting to discuss. Apart from that, we discussed some really interesting projects. We were able to make an end-to-end Uber backend where we were able to fetch nearby drivers from a GeoHash location database, give notifications to the drivers and whatnot. We were able to see concepts around WebSockets in Spring Boot and all the basic Spring Boot related topics like Spring Boot data JPA, how you can actually use a lot of annotations here and there, Hibernate query language and whatnot. Very interesting experience we had, and trust me, I really loved teaching Spring Boot, and all of the students also gave a really interesting feedback. Now, of course, there were a couple of learnings. For example, there were a couple of requests from a few students that we should try to integrate SAGA pattern and everything in order to maybe enhance a few more things on top of the existing curriculum. We were not able to integrate SAGA and these advanced patterns because the project that we picked was trying to solve a very different type of an engineering problem. SAGA pattern or something like this is generally used for kind of like distributed transactions and trying to access data in more than one, I would say, machines. But this time, what we have thought is that we are not going to keep one major project, but this time again, very similar to our Merge Stack and very similar to our Lambda courses, we are going to keep multiple projects, because these multiple projects are going to help us to actually take a deep dive into different engineering aspects. So now I'm going to talk about what is new in this Spring Boot cohort, what is existing, like what's coming from the existing Spring Boot cohort, what are the things that we are going to learn, what are the different projects that we are going to learn, what should be the expectation of you, everything now I'm going to talk about. But this was the overall experience from my existing Spring Boot cohort. So like I'm going to put a dedicated separate video on what is going to be the dedicated syllabus, topic by topic bifurcated in a separate video, but I can give you an idea on what all things we are going to cover. So if you're going to join the course and if you don't know anything about Java, there is going to be a already present prerequisite section which will be unlocked close to the course start date, in which you can learn about what Java is, basic programming with Java, basic computer networks related concept, basic DBMS related concept, all the basic concept that you need in order to get started with backend development in Spring Boot. In the live classes, we are going to start again with build systems. We are going to see the Gradle build system in depth. We are going to see the Bazel build system in depth. We are going to see why do you even need a build system? What will happen if you won't be having a build system altogether, right? We are going to see concepts like fat jar and all of these important concepts we are going to see. Then we're going to start with basics of Spring Boot. We are going to see all the important annotations of Spring Boot, how you can add REST APIs in Spring Boot altogether, how you can connect a Spring Boot server to a database server altogether. All of these interesting things we are going to talk about. Now, on top of this, we are going to see some important concepts. For example, we are going to see how you can have SQL DB migrations implemented in Spring Boot altogether. We are going to see how you can write complex queries, how you can have associations done in a Spring Boot project. We are also going to add a lot of advanced concepts. For example, we are going to see the CQRS pattern. We are going to see the SAGA pattern with both orchestration as well as choreography, so that you have the idea of both of the SAGA implementations. We are going to see two-phase commit. We are going to see what it is, how SAGA is there. That can also help us to avoid maybe two-phase commits, what are the problems with two-phase commits and whatnot. We are going to see the Outbox pattern. We are going to see event sourcing and event-driven programming using Kafka. And all of these concepts we are going to apply in real life projects. We are going to make 3 major projects and a couple of minor projects as well. Major projects are going to ensure that all of the advanced topic learning that we are having, we are able to implement that, and the minor projects are going to be more for our practice purpose. So the major project that we are going to keep, so one project is coming again straight from the previous cohort, that is an Uber backend. We are going to see that how you can find nearby drivers, how drivers can update their location altogether, how you can integrate WebSockets, how you can integrate a GeoHash DB indexed database altogether. All of these things we are going to see, and we are going to make an end-to-end Uber backend altogether. Apart from that, the Uber backend is going to teach us these interesting GeoHash related concepts. But to understand the concepts around, let's say, the SAGA pattern or two-phase commit, I wanted to keep a more transactional conceptual, I would say a project which is having heavy transactions on database and more conceptually heavy on transactions. So that's why we are going to have a booking system. We are going to see an Airbnb like system, which is going to be a hotel booking system altogether. In this project, we are going to see that how using microservices, you will be able to actually integrate databases which will be having interesting transactional capabilities, how you can implement the SAGA pattern both with choreography and orchestration, how you can go forward with things like two-phase commits and whatnot. We are also going to see another project which is going to again ensure that we are again learning some advanced concepts altogether. So this particular project will again help us to actually explore transactional capabilities on a database and also try to implement the CQRS pattern. What we are going to do is we are going to make a wallet app, like a Paytm wallet that you have to actually pay somewhere. This kind of a wallet application we are going to make. Wallet application has a lot of interesting design concept that you have to also learn, and there is going to be so many important stuff to learn. So these are going to be 2-3 major projects that we are going to have. There will be some minor projects as well. For example, making your own chat app, making kind of like a core app which is more or less like a social media application, I would say a hospital management system. These are going to be some minor applications that you're going to see. Overall, you can see there are a lot of advanced concepts. We will also see communication using REST APIs, and we are also going to see gRPC in order to ensure that our microservices are able to communicate. Most of the projects we are going to make using microservices. We are going to see a lot of microservices related pattern. For example, we are going to have, we are going to explore database per service kind of like a pattern. We are also going to see when one database is shared across multiple services. We are going to see how you can actually make things with MVC and a clean architecture altogether and whatnot. I don't want to go into the complete end-to-end syllabus in this video, otherwise this video will be very long. I will link everything about the syllabus in the description section below. Do check that out. The course link is also present in the description section below. Do check that out. Now coming to the pricing and when are we going to start for the course, let's start talking about that. So if you see, when we are going to actually start for the course, so the course is going to start tentatively in the first week of May. You will get all the details on the start of the course in the course FAQs. The course is going to be in English so that we are able to cater to the maximum audience and we are able to properly communicate our thoughts as well. We have kept a very reasonable pricing this time because we are ensuring that we are not making one project, we are not making two projects, but we are making more than 3 projects altogether. These 3 are the major projects and there are so many minor projects. All of the concepts that we are going to talk about are not very basic concepts, but we are going to start from the very beginner level and we'll take you to the very advanced level altogether. We also wanted to ensure that all of the requests that we were not able to fulfill in our last Spring Boot batch, we are able to, I would say, implement and complete all of those as well, so that we have added all these new interesting topics like CQRS, Outbox pattern, SAGA pattern and whatnot. You can check out complete, I would say, syllabus in the description section below, and this is going to be the price for the course. But don't worry, you can use the coupon code SPRING2025 and the prices are going to slash heavily, right? So do use this early bird coupon. The prices are going to increase after some time. Once we are able to get let's say 1 week into the course launch, the prices are going to slightly increase. So make sure if you want to actually opt in for the course, you take a decision early altogether. Apart from all of this, you are going to get a dedicated Discord server where all of the people who have enrolled in the course are going to actually join. We generally try to ensure that on the Discord server we have a healthy communication. Any opportunities that we also see, I try to share the opportunities available. You can see in the previous cohorts also we have a dedicated opportunities channel where not just me but everybody else in the community also try to post about any incoming hirings and everything altogether. And again, one similar format we are going to follow, that top 3 to 4 students from the batch who are going to very heavily invest in the course in terms of their time, effort, who are going to be attending all the live classes, maximum live classes, who are going to complete all the maximum projects. We are going to try to ensure that from our friends and family circle, we try to arrange a couple of referrals once they are technically ready. So all of these benefits you are going to technically get. To get more idea about it, do read the description section for the complete syllabus and all of the offerings that you are going to get in this Spring Boot cohort. Who should enroll in this course? If you're somebody who knows any basic programming language and who wants to start with Java based backends and want to ensure that you are industry ready because you already know that a lot of companies do use Java for their backend, then you are the right set of audience for this particular course. You are going to see everything from the beginner level. We are going to even learn very basic things like what is a server, and we'll take everything to the very advanced level, that okay, how you can actually deploy these particular microservices altogether. Everything from basics, beginner to the advanced level you are going to see, and I along with Ria will be your mentors. We have taught students for now close to 9 years. We have more than 5 years of experience actually working in the industry. So not just we are going to teach you things with respect to Spring Boot, but we are also going to tell you our first hand experiences from wherever we have actually worked, right? This actually ensures that you are not just learning things in a more CRUD-like way, but you actually try to implement real life problems. And if you see whatever projects we have kept, every project is ensuring that we try to solve some interesting engineering problem. It's not just again a CRUD app that you are going to build, but instead we'll try to take a problem, see what are the solutions available and try to devise things on top of it. Interesting concepts like distributed locking, caching, database integration, database migration, all of these things we are going to talk about. I'm really excited for the course and I hope you guys are too as well. So I would like to wrap this particular video here, but if you have any questions, do check out the link in the description section below, or you can mail us at algocamproot@gmail.com and we will be absolutely happy to answer all of your queries. So I'm really excited for the course. I hope you guys are too. That being said, let's wrap this particular video here and we are going to meet soon in the next set of videos where we are going to continue our discussion, and I will very soon launch the complete end-to-end syllabus video which is going to talk about every single topic, every single project that we are going to cover in the Spring Boot cohort. So stay tuned for that. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. I am Sanket Singh signing off.